Being able to do research is critical for success on the job, whatever company or department you work in, and whatever your job title. Let's take a look at effective research at work. Companies use research to make major decisions that affect production, sales, service, hiring, promotions, and locations. To do effective research, you need to know how to network with people in your department, within your organization, outside your company, and potentially across the globe to gather relevant data. Read a host of print and online sources at your company or in a library to find the most relevant studies and opinions on your topic. Do direct observations, perform tests, and make site visits. Interview one person or carefully select a group of people to interview. Additionally, you'll need to prepare and send out surveys and analyze results. Organize information into clear and accurate reports that answer questions and solve problems, and carefully and completely document your sources to give proper credit and to help readers find those sources. The research you do on the job needs to follow the highest professional and ethical standards. Businesses leave little margin for error and often do not give employees a second chance to get it right. To make sure your research meets your employer's expectations, it must be the following. Relevant. Job-related research must focus directly on providing specific answers and solutions to key questions and problems affecting your company. Current. Your information must be up to date. Markets and technologies change rapidly, and employers will insist that your research is on the cutting edge of your profession. Accurate. Double and triple check your facts, figures, dates, addresses, names, regulations, URLs, and so on used in your research. Don't substitute guesswork and unsupported estimates for hard facts. Make sure to record all information accurately. Thorough. Look at the question or problem from all sides. Network with colleagues to look for any gaps or inconsistencies as well as business opportunities. Confirm all opinions and options. Never omit important data. Realistic. Base your research on realistic, provable conclusions. Unsubstantiated recommendations that fly in the face of the company's protocol, like dropping a product line, hiring or firing 20 people, or moving a plant, may not be logical, profitable, or acceptable. Be sure that your research is consistent with your company's policies. Ethical and legal. Obtain your findings ethically and lawfully so that your findings don't infringe on the rights of others. Plagiarism, rating someone's unpublished research, sharing confidential or privileged information with a third party, or skewing the results of a survey are unethical acts. Be sure, too, that all of your recommendations are environmentally sound. Follow a strong green philosophy. As in the writing process, in doing research, you may find yourself repeating certain steps. Say, for example, you're writing a business proposal and are incorporating information from several sources you've researched. At this stage in the process, you might think you've gathered enough information. However, as you work through the proposal, you may realize that it raises new questions. This may lead you back to repeating previous steps. Step 1. Confirm the purpose and audience of your report. Know who your audience is and why you're writing to them. Step 2. Consult a variety of resources. Consult different sources in different media formats, print, online, and possibly audio and video. Don't rely on only a single source, one website, or one trade journal. Step 3. Evaluate your sources, both in print and online. Give an explanation of information online and be able to evaluate the content of what you read. Be prepared to read newspapers, journals, tests, surveys, interviews, websites, social media sites, blogs, and printed sources critically and carefully to see the writers have a particular agenda or bias that might slant their opinion on the topic. Step 4. Confer with appropriate resources and people as well as experts at work in your profession and in the community. These can be individuals from different divisions of your company, like IT, HR, or finance, or coworkers or members of a collaborative team. You might also consult with various specialists who work for local, state, or federal government agencies. Step 5. Continue to ask questions. Be sure to ask the right questions at each stage of your investigation. As you read, conduct an interview, make a site visit, send emails, or search databases, you may encounter dead ends, contradictions, or even new sources or leads that you need to investigate. Step 6. Document your sources. One of the most important steps in resources is documenting, citing the various sources of information on which your report and presentation are based. Business research is an important management activity in making business decisions. Several steps are necessary when conducting business research. Each step must be thoroughly reviewed to ensure that the best decision is made for the organization. Doing primary research means consulting sources of information not found in printed documents or on the web. It involves interacting directly with people, places, and things, and is often done in the office, in the field, or in a laboratory. This type of research often requires gathering information from customers, clients, or other individuals who rely on your company's product or services. There are several ways of doing primary research. Direct observation is seeing what is right in front of you. For instance, watching how an individual performs a task, determining how a piece of equipment works, or studying how a procedure is performed. The key to conducting effective research is observing actively, not passively. Site visits require you to use the same keen attention to detail that you use in direct observation, except you'll need to go to an off-site location to report what you find there. Conducting tests is another productive way to do primary research involving the observation of people, places, conditions, and things. A test can be as simple as examining two pieces of comparable office equipment side by side and noting how they compare, or trying to get a new email marketing strategy up and running. Or it can be as scientifically demanding as conducting a laboratory test. Two other important sources of primary information come from interviews and focus groups. You can do a one-on-one interview with an expert in the field, a coworker, a client, or another resource person. Or you can conduct a focus group, a question and answer session with multiple people attending. Surveys are among the most frequently used ways of conducting primary research in the world of work. Think of a survey as an interview with a relatively large number of people. The goal of a survey is simple: to collect information and then quantify it about individuals' attitudes, habits, beliefs, loyalty, knowledge, or opinions. There are 5 basic steps you need to follow when using a survey as part of your research on the job. First, determine the best way to deliver the survey. Create the questionnaire, choose the recipients, reach those recipients using communication tactics, and compile and analyze the survey results. Primary research allows you to gather first-hand and specific information to make recommendations and decisions. Secondary research involves consulting existing print and online sources. When you conduct secondary research, you work with materials that someone else, an expert in the field, a government agency, even a competitor, has published, posted, or distributed. Secondary research requires that you consult sources that have already been available as opposed to interacting directly with people, places, and things via direct observation. Secondary research involves gathering documents and reading, summarizing, and incorporating them into your report. As part of your workplace research, you can expect to use one or more of the following types of libraries: corporate libraries, public and academic libraries, and e-libraries. Databases are among the most helpful resources for doing research. These online indexes allow you to search for and retrieve a wealth of magazine, journal, and newspaper articles, as well as reviews of books, films, art, music, and so on, categorized and classified by various categories. These databases can be located through a library's online catalog or through databases in a link in an e-library. In addition to finding articles in databases, reference works available in print or online are useful for workplace research. These include encyclopedias, dictionaries, almanacs, and atlases, as well as government documents, industry dictionaries, handbooks and manuals, and statistics. Statistical reference works are available in numerical data and give a wide range of business-related subjects like employment, housing, immigration, population, pollution, technology, and overseas markets, among others. When you begin your search, start by using a search engine. A search engine scans web pages to find keywords most relevant to your research. It then indexes the information it finds to create a frequently updated database of results. The search engine ranks the results of your search using a computer algorithm that takes into account the popularity of websites, their contents, where the keywords appear on the page, and other sites that help link to the page, presenting you with the most relevant matches for your keywords. To use search engines effectively, you need to know how to conduct a keyword search. As you've seen, when you enter a keyword into a search engine, it goes through its index websites and presents you with those that feature your keyword in the title, heading, mega tags, or text of the page. Follow these guidelines for successful keyword searches. Be specific. Modify your keywords. Use Boolean connectors. Use delineators, and use shortcuts. The criteria used to evaluate websites are similar to those you use to assess print documents. Just as not everything you read in print is accurate and unbiased, not everything on the internet will be correct, up-to-date, objective, and useful. Secondary research allows you to gather information to support recommendations and make decisions. Never trust your memory to keep all of your research facts straight. Taking notes is time well spent. Effective note-taking requires you to A. Identify only the most relevant points, B. Exclude irrelevant or inessential ones, C. Summarize key information concisely and accurately, and D. Document the results. Follow these guidelines to make note-taking easier and more efficient. Photocopy or scan hard copy or download print or online articles, sections of books, reports, and other sources that you'll consult and mark relevant quotations, statistics, and other information you might want to incorporate into your work. Record all quotations verbatim. Bookmark any sites on the internet that you know will be important for your work and that you'll be likely to return to. Cut and paste information from online sources directly into your word processing program for reference, being careful to include exact source information. To take effective notes, you'll have to know how to summarize a great deal of information accurately. Here are the types of information you need to record in your notes. Include full bibliographic information for each source. For books, list author, title, city of publication, publisher, date of publication, edition, if not the first, and page numbers. Copy quotations, names, facts, dates, and statistics accurately from the source. Compare your notes with the original. Distinguish quotations from paraphrases. Clearly mark separate works by the same author, and identify and record only the most relevant and useful points. Before recording information from sources, you'll ask yourself 3 questions. How much do I need to quote directly? Where can I shorten a quote by using ellipses? And how should I paraphrase instead of quote? A paraphrase is a restatement in your own words of the author's idea. Even though you use your own words or translate or restate, you must still document the paraphrase because you're using the author's facts and interpretations. Do not use quotation marks, though. When you include a paraphrase, be careful to do 3 things. Be faithful to the author's meaning, follow the order in which the author presents the information, and use paraphrases in your reports selectively. Documentation is at the heart of all the research you'll do in school and on the job. To document means to furnish readers with information about the print and electronic sources that have been used for the factual support of your statements, including books, journals, newspapers, surveys, reports, websites, and other resources such as listservs and email. Documentation is an essential part of any research you'll do for 4 key reasons. It demonstrates that you've done the homework needed by consulting experts on the subject and relaying the information of authoritative sources to build your case persuasively. It shows that you're aware of the latest research in your field, thus lending credibility and authority to your conclusions and recommendations. It gives proper credit to those sources and avoids plagiarism. It informs readers about specific books, articles, surveys, blogs, or websites you used so they can locate your source and verify your facts or quotations. Well-organized and detailed notes enable you to more effectively communicate and make decisions in the business environment.